Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning. It is 6 o'clock. Actually, it's 6:03 here in Hampstead, 55 degrees. The weather's fantastic. We're going to have a sunny day. And top things off, we have a surprise extra trip today. Just found out we're going back to guess where? Guess where? You probably guessed it. Weavers! We're going back to Weavers, everybody. Hold on a second. Let me get my, I didn't come properly charged up for all this. We're gonna make it happen. Good morning, Morgan. I see your text there. Hold on. Gotta get my text to speech working. We gotta get the text to speech working. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go back in here. Let's hope it works on this phone today. That would be fantastic. Come on. There we go. It's working good. All right, that's all that. All right, so Angela, good morning. Good morning. We got an extra tip today. This is exciting. So after we've only got one delivery on Tuesdays. So normally Tuesdays is a very short trip. But today we get to make a journey up to Pennsylvania again. Back to Weavers. We're going to go by the White Horse again. This is going to be exciting. We're going to see if the White Horse is still there. In the meantime, let me... Hang on, what am I going to do? And that's good. My mic is on. Make sure I got everything going. I got the donuts in the van. Actually, the delivery at What a Day is kind of light today. It's not their normal 100 donuts. We're down to 80 today. 80. Leave that on for now. Okay, here we go. Let's get going. Let's get out there and pursue some happiness. This van moving. 6 o'clock in the morning. No time to dilly-dally.
Angela.co5b says, let's hope so for your sake, lol.
Yeah, we're good. We're in good shape. We're in good shape. Here we go. No, apparently we need some more donuts supply, so I've got to go up there, pick up some more boxes of supplies. I think I have everything. I have all the cords I need to charge anything in case we run out of power. So we should be in good shape.
Angela.co5b says, am I the only one? I only see me.
Yes, could be just you. I thought I saw Morgan earlier, but maybe I might have been looking at an old text.
Kat says it's not just you.
You never know. You never know who's out there. So we filled.
Angela.co5b says, wake up everyone.
That's right. I mean, they got an extra hour today, for goodness sake. Starting at 6. I mean, now I can't believe it. When I start at 6 o'clock, it's already light. That's pretty nice.
Angela.co5b says, good morning, Cameron.
They didn't have the creamer that I usually use in the bakery this morning. So
Listener 207 says I'm here too.
there we
Good
go.
morning all. Hellcat says good morning Angela. At Angela.co5b says don't forget it's 5 a.m. for me.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Wow, yeah, I didn't really think about, like, my normal days when I start at 5, that's 4 o'clock your time. That's pretty early. It is nice though. It's 50, well, it's in the 50s right now. I think it's going up to 80 today. Sunny. The whole trip, the trip from What a Day, well, let's say the whole trip, because from What a Day to Weavers is about an hour, like an hour and 15 minutes, hour 20 minutes. And then it's another hour back from Weavers to the bakery. So 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Should be back to the bakery by about 9:30. I think that's about what time we got back on Tuesday last week.
Angela.co5b says what kind of cream did you and what did you use?
Well, my favorite creamer is just the one that's kind of like, I guess it's got the cream and the sugar together. I like the one for home. I buy like the one. It's just called, I think, sweet cream or something. So that's what I usually use. But today they didn't have that, so I didn't feel like French vanilla. I don't like chocolate. I don't like chocolate in my coffee. So I just did cream and sugar. It's good, but it's a very different flavor. Like, I've never really been like a hazelnut person or chocolate. I can do vanilla sometimes. But I wasn't feeling vanilla. So actually, maybe on the way up, I'll stop for coffee.
Angela.co5b says yes, I understand that.
Maybe I'll get some coffee in Hanover somewhere. I'll stop on the way up. Get something exotic. So did you all see that story about the bakery truck driver that got hit by a plane in New Jersey?
Angela.co5b says Duncan Law.
Yeah, Duncan is my favorite. Well, yeah, it's up there in my favorites. It's a good coffee. But I kind of feel bad. I feel weird driving a bakery van through the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts. It just doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right.
Angela.co5b says what happened to the driver?
I think the driver is okay. I think he was hurt, but he wasn't, I mean, he survived. I think he was doing okay, but he was injured slightly. I mean, the whole truck kind of rolled over. He was actually from Baltimore. He was coming from a bakery in Baltimore, H&S Bakery. I think that's the same bakery. Sometimes when we go to Lenny's,
Angela.5b says all those donuts.
Well, I think they do mainly bread. Like their breads and rolls and stuff like that. I don't know if they do sweets. That's the same bakery truck that we see. I mean, it wasn't the same truck. I think this was a bigger truck. Same company that we see sometimes at Lenny's.
Angela.co5b says park and go inside.
Yeah, yeah, Duncan, that's true. I could do that. I could do that.
Says ask Bob for hazard pay if you ever have to deliver near the airport.
I know. I couldn't believe that. That's really, it's scary. All right. The Christmas decorations look the same. No change. I mean, you realize that, like, if that plane had been like a foot or two lower, which is nothing. I mean, a foot is nothing when you're talking about a situation like that. It would have been disastrous. That's crazy. It makes you wonder, like, how high are the planes supposed to be when they fly over that highway? Like, are they always relatively close, or was this guy, like, just ridiculously low? Oh, I checked last night. John was not wearing his Star Wars shirt. There were a couple of people that were saying May the 4th be with you in the chat, but he wasn't wearing a Star Wars shirt last night.
Angela.co5b says no. Angela.co5b says I miss seeing you there.
What time was I with? I was there before. I was only on in his chat for maybe like like around 6 to 7. Oh no, it was like 6:30 to 7:30, something like that. Because then Susan in Australia, she did her live starting at 7:30. Then I was trying to go back and forth between them, but that's always kind of hard. Trying to keep up. So I watched Susan for a while, and then I fell asleep.
Angela.co5b says yes, I was doing the two Sean John Susan.
Oh, you were doing it, yeah. Susan's got a lot going on. She's got a lot of farmland to keep track of.
Angela.co5b says Sean went to John for a little while.
Yeah, I think he popped in saw him talking at one point when I was going back and forth between the two. He was saying he had a really good day, right? I think he made.
Angela.co5b says Sean had a great day.
Yeah. Probably typing that when I was saying it. Yeah, he really hustles, man. He works hard. We're gonna make this. Oh, this is a really long light, isn't it? We got to make this light. We're doing pretty good with lights today.
Angela.co5b says Susan is a lovely lady. I love seeing the cows.
Yeah. She has the voice for narrating stuff too. I mean, the videos that she makes, she really does a really good job editing them. And when she talks over a video and explains things, she has the voice of like somebody that should read books for Audible or something. She should, she could do that for a living if she wanted to. Jennifer's sister. So Jennifer owns the bakery. Jennifer's sister, Lisa, who did own a bakery in Ocean City, New Jersey. We're going to go through this light. We're going through it. Lisa, who did own a bakery in New Jersey, Ocean City, New Jersey, she's the one that recently sold her bakery. And so we've acquired a lot of the supplies from her bakery. But she was there this morning. I think she came. She's got a couple last deliveries that she's got to complete for people that had ordered cakes from her before she closed the bakery. So she was working on that. And so her car was parked in the parking lot this morning when I pulled in. And I didn't realize her license plate, the three, it's like three numbers and then three letters, I think, is the way New Jersey is. And the three letters on the right-hand side were, the actual letters were G, D, D. But from a distance, it looks like G-O-D. So I'm like, oh my goodness.
Craycray2582 says you'll remember me.
What? Hold on. Who was that? Who said, do you remember me? I heard the name. It was a different name. Did I just? Oh, it's the Dubai guy. It's my Dubai guy. Am I connected to this still? I think I just lost my. How are things in Dubai?
French Rivera 2582 says what's up.
Just hanging out today. I've got a longer drive today because after I make my delivery, I've got to go up to a supply store, pick up a couple of supplies, and head back. So I've got about.
At French Rivera 2582 says not the JS got bombed 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Looked like it was heating up. That's not good. Are you in a safe place? I mean, relatively safe?
At Susaner 207 says I thought the same thing for the longest time about Lisa's plate. At Moxieman says it's on the news.
Hey, Moxman. Did that just happen? Earlier I saw. I think they were bombing some ships or something in that area.
French Rivera 2582 says UAE has very good air defense so the bomb get intercepted but the parts fell.
Oh yeah. No, that can be very dangerous too. Was it right over the city? Yeah, Sue, when I pulled in the parking lot, I'm like, well, there's a sign. First thing I see this morning is a license plate with the name God on it.
French Rivera 2582 says hi.
Life is good. I think life is pretty good. Things are going good here. Can't complain. What is the feeling over there? Like, are there warning signals that go off and stuff when they know something is headed your direction? Like, I can't imagine. It's nice to have the defense protection, but that doesn't completely alleviate the concern that somebody's trying to bomb you. Can't imagine that. When we leave the bakery at 6 o'clock, it puts us in line with all the heavier traffic that's heading down south. Is where what we're in now. It's not too bad, but it's a steady flow of traffic. Is everybody ready for Mother's Day? Has everybody done their appropriate shopping? What's all of this? Yucky stuff. Yucky stuff over there. I'm not riding through that. It's like an asphalt truck dropped something on the road there. That was messy.
Seaman says I am ready for lawyers' calls in a rental car.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. You think you're gonna get that set up today? So you've been, how many days ago was it? It's quite a while ago. You've been without transportation, but are you able to get around okay now? Like, I assume you still have a neck brace on. Are you moving around okay? We still have asphalt. Look at all these little chunks of asphalt on the road. Ah, this is good. This door open. Door's open. Yay! Yeah, leave it open. Go grab that while he's there. Thank you.
You got something good?
Yeah. Van full of donuts. You saw me.
I did.
I'll take it from there. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Nope. Well, you got to start at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wants to do that. This guy said to me, he's like, they don't make their own donuts here? I'm like, I don't know, man. I shouldn't give away that secret, you know? But I did. What's it doing? Hold on. There we go. Sorry. All right, guys. Let's go. There we go. We only got 80 donuts today. Only 80. That sounds kind of fun, right? There's all the other stuff. Look, we don't have any coconut. I'm missing my coconut. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Good morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day. All right, let's put this. All right. Delivery's made. All right, let's see what that is. Okay, that's good. Just checking my power. So I didn't really charge. I didn't charge everything up to the max because I thought this was going to be a short day. Should have known. Let me go ahead and put my maps on because just want to make sure. Weavers, we're heading to Weavers, everybody. Weavers of Wellsville. hours. All right, this says it's gonna take us an hour and 19 minutes to get there. Let's go. Here we go. Wow, the sun is out. Sunglasses, right? These aren't my sunglasses. These are those sunglasses that were in the van. I don't know whose they are. But you know what? They work. That's the important part. Put you up there for now. All right, seatbelts, everybody. Everybody go to the bathroom. We're all in good shape for now. We can stop in Hanover if anybody needs anything.
The parking lot toward Clay Mill Road South. Take your next right onto Clay Mill Road South. Turn right onto Clay Mill Road South.
Jeez.
Then at the next light, you'll turn right.
I mean, she's talking a lot. She's really out of control this morning. She's feeling very spunky. I think this is a little bit. Over more than it should be. Yeah. I don't know. Let's go.
Right, turn right onto Liberty Road.
All right, all right, all right. She's going to be very talkative today, apparently.
Half a mile. Slight right onto the Maryland 97 North ramp to Westminster.
I think I am going to look for a different. I might try to switch up the voices for Rosie. I mean, her voice is different than
Right onto the Maryland 97 North ramp.
Okay. Her voice is different than this.
Continue on Maryland 97 North for 10 miles.
Goodness gracious. Her voice, the GPS lady is a little more soothing than Rosie. She has a softer tone.
On 259 says Rosie here. Am I being replaced? Oh no.
No, I mean, I don't know. I looked into that one time and I couldn't really tell. I think if you're going to try to add a new voice, you have to pay for some kind of add-on service or something. I don't know. She's all right. I mean, she's growing on me. I like her. I like Rosie.
Jonathan 594 says, be honest, because I need to look for another gig.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with Rosie. Donna, what are you up to today? What's going on?
Jonathan 594 says, I know someone told you I don't eat donuts.
Rosie definitely does not eat donuts. That's true. She's very resourceful. She's a very low maintenance relationship.
Jonathan 594 says, I am going to the library as soon as it opens.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't been to the library for a long time. Now, what are you going to do at the library?
Jonathan 594 says, pick up donated books to ship to school in Kentucky.
Oh, that's cool. It's good. There's something about books. I like books. I like to read. If I'm going to read, I prefer to do it on a book and not on not an electronic version. Although, I do listen to books a lot. Like, I'll listen to Audible. So I don't know what you call that. Do you still call that reading the book? You're not really reading the book. You're listening to the book. So I'll listen to books on Audible. But if I'm going to read, I prefer to do it on paper. I like books, the hard actually having a book in your hand. I mean, I tried Kindles and all that stuff, but I mean, they're very convenient. And I definitely find it difficult to read on a phone. Like anything large. Like I don't know. I just couldn't. I wouldn't feel comfortable reading a book on a phone. That's just me.
Listener 207 says you don't have to worry about the battery with a book.
Exactly. That's true.
Anaku594 says if I get stuck waiting somewhere it's easier to carry phone to read.
Yeah, that is where it comes in handy. So I admit the convenience is a big part of it, but it's like writing. I mean, like if I'm going to write notes or journal something.
Anaku594 says but I like having a physical book.
Yeah. It's the same thing with me. It's the same thing with writing. Like I've tried to, write notes or make some kind of, like I like to journal things sometimes. In the morning, I write a little bit, and I just like to do it with I prefer pencil over pen, to be honest with you, but I like writing in a book on a piece of paper. I've tried doing it on a phone or on a tablet, but I just can't, it just doesn't feel right. I haven't been able to make the switch, and I've tried several times. I mean, I think writing.
Anaku594 says so fun when schools send me pics of students with books I have sent.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Now, is it the library that's donating the books, or is it like people that donated them and they were, they kind of collected them at the library?
Anaku594 says both.
Ah. Earlier this morning, I was thinking that today I might drive through Westminster. I'm not going to do it because I've got the pickup to make in Pennsylvania. But I was thinking about that because I thought, well, it's only an hour. It's only one delivery today. But we'll do that. Maybe next week we'll do that. Drive through Westminster. Down Main Street.
Pass this light. Then, at the next one, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto Maryland 140 West, Maryland 97 North.
Gotcha, Pumpkin. Sounds bright.
Right, turn left onto Maryland 140 West, Maryland 97 North.
Okay, okay. I wonder if we're going to see. I know where the white horse is, by the way, everybody. So if we pass the white horse today, I might have to slow down and take a nice long picture of it. Since it's made such an impact on my life. Oh, we got to go through this way. Stop.
2 miles, take the Maryland 97 North exit toward Union Mills, Gettysburg.
Gettysburg. Hey, we're hitting all the yellow lights today. A lot of yellow lights. Oh my goodness, what in the world? I'm actually relieved to hit a red light. The yellow lights were stressing me out. Dog over there. Truck. See the truck on the left? That Raising Cane's on the corner there, on the right hand side. I don't know if you can see it, like right, it's on the other side of this intersection on the right hand side. That's the closest one to where I live right now, but that's the restaurant that's opening up in Ellings Mills later this month. I'm very excited because I do like their chicken. Chicken fingers.
Half a mile. Take the Maryland 97 North exit toward Union Mills, Gettysburg.
Chicken fingers. Why they didn't call them chicken toes? That would have been weird. The chickens don't really have fingers, do they? They don't. Chickens do not have fingers.
The Maryland 97 North exit. Then you'll take the Maryland 97 North ramp to Union Mills, Gettysburg.
This is us.
The Maryland 97 North ramp. Be on Maryland 97 North for 6 miles.
Oh, you know what I just realized? On this trip, we passed another restaurant that you guys have not seen me deliver to. I've only gone there a couple of times now. What's this guy doing? This guy's not going fast enough, but it's too late now. Come on over. Come on. What are you doing? Why are you waiting until the last second? There's a restaurant up a couple of miles now on the left-hand side called Maryland Mallet. And I have delivered there twice now, but they're not open in the morning, so they're not usually one of my normal runs. But one day we will probably go there. I haven't live streamed on my trip there because I wasn't sure where I was going the first time. Second time it was just like a last minute thing. But one day we'll do that. They're usually like 11. Their delivery's like 11, 11:30, something like that. Because they don't open up until lunchtime.
Angela.Co5B says you went to the other 2 bakery already and he on the way to Weaver. I am getting ready to go get sun from work.
Ah, very good. All right. Drive safe. Yeah, we did. We're done with the deliveries because we only had one a day today. So that one delivery we made was all we had. And now we're just going to Weaver's. Weaver's of Wellsville. Wow. A lot of traffic coming the other way. Now on the right-hand side there, those I think they're not. I think they are steer. They are not cows. They are steer. Tell because of the horns. This guy drives rather
Angela
oddly.
Dash Co 5B says, what kind of restaurant is Maryland Allied?
Maryland Mallet is seafood, mostly seafood. They sell a lot of crabs, shrimp. When I've stopped there to make a delivery, it smells really good, like a seafood restaurant. If you like seafood. If you don't like seafood, you probably wouldn't like it. But it's very well known for their crabs. Maryland crabs.
Angela Dash Co 5B says seafood yum.
Yeah, I like seafood. I like shrimp. I like crab meat. I like crab cakes, stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of I don't like picking crabs. Like some people like to sit down at a table, they lay paper across the table and then they just, throw the crabs in the middle and everybody just picks at the crabs.
Anaku 594 says, funny, I don't think I have ever seen donuts on a desert menu.
This is Maryland Mountain on the left right there. That's the restaurant. Well, they don't do donuts. No, they don't order donuts. They order a lot of cakes. And so on the dessert menu would be a cake that you're going to get a slice of. And so they're selling slices of cake as dessert items. That's primarily what they get. I think they even advertise on their menu and even on their website.
Anaku 594 says, but really donuts could be dessert.
They could be. Yeah, no, they definitely could be. They reference our bakery on their menu.
Half a mile. Turn right onto Old Hanover Road.
There's a couple of restaurants like that where we deliver mostly cakes or other items that they have on their dessert menu.
Right onto Old Hanover Road.
Anaku 594 says, can you buy donuts where they are made?
You can buy them from our bakery. Yeah. Yeah, so we do sell, our bakery you can buy anything, anything that we're selling to these restaurants, and the donuts, cookies, all that stuff is available at the bakery. Jennifer was making cookies when I was in there this morning. I mean, I think later this summer, I think it's at the end of August, the bakery will be celebrating its 10th anniversary. So they've been in this location for 10 years.
Anaku594 says glad to hear cause thought supermarkets would be competition.
Yeah, I think the supermarkets are a competition to some degree, but it's a different quality of a donut, right? So, like, you can go to a grocery store or a Costco, you can go to Walmart and stuff like that, and you can get pretty good baked goods there, but maybe not quite the variety of specialty type of donuts and stuff.
Seaman says not THW quality ingredient C9 there.
Yeah. Like, I can tell a difference between, a Dunkin' Donuts.
Angela.co5b says was looking in chat, where did we get bombed at?
Well, he was calling. He's in Dubai. So that wasn't any place in the U.S.
Hala6448 says good morning everyone.
Hey, good morning, Hala. We're going to Weavers of Wellsville again today. So I made my delivery, and normally we would probably
says
be.
It was intercepted, but fall out of metal hit all over. At
Yeah.
Angela.co5b says buffering, didn't hear you.
Oh, it was in Dubai. It wasn't in the United States. Hey, I think we're in the forest. We're probably dependent on the cellular connection at the moment. Because we're in a tunnel.
Angela.co5b says oh wow. At Hala6448 says searching for giant horses.
Well, we should see the big white horse. We should. I know where he would be because I watched, in order to make that short clip the other day, I had to watch that video several times. So I know exactly where that white horse is, or should be. We might have to stop and pay honor to the white horse, the big white horse. I'm kind of excited. Like when Jennifer said, are you going to have time?" When I got there this morning, she's like, would you have time to go up to Weavers today?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I would. Yes, indeedy. I can't give up a chance to pass."
Oxyman says I would be happy for that. At Hala6448 says yes. It is not no.
That's oh, there you go.
Angela.co5b says and my son is still talking about insisting actually by the end of this week. I am so sad.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can understand that as a mom. What is it? That would be scary as well. Oh, look, the bus is parking right on the state line. See that Welcome to Pennsylvania sign? Boom, we're in Pennsylvania.
Next stop sign, turn right. Stop sign, turn right onto Westminster Road.
You got it. Yeah, I think we're in a section that is struggles for a connection. Cellular is a little weak, and there are sections along here where the Starlink is blocked.
Paula 6448 says, I definitely understand your fear, Angela, but thank your son for even considering it. You can be proud that he wants to serve.
Yeah, I second that. That's very true. Yeah, like this right here. I don't know how the cellular is here, but we are completely covered with trees. Squirrel!
Austin says it's not as bad this time.
Oh, that's good. I think it's interesting the way the road winds through this section. Like it's going around an area to our right that is like I don't know if it's a reservoir or not. It's a large area.
Paula 6448 says it wasn't that bad actually, a little pixelated.
Yeah.
At Mountain and Gap Q7L says good morning y'all.
Hey,
Here but just listening in.
It's cool. Welcome. We're headed back up to Pennsylvania today. It's another trip to Wellsville.
Paula 6448 says good morning man.
I don't know why she doesn't tell me to make a left here. I know that I'm supposed to make a left, but maybe the road doesn't.
Paula 6448 says, are you hoarding more raspberry filling?
No, today we're not getting raspberry filling. Today I'm just getting 5 boxes of the donut supplies. We're not getting any filling.
Angela.Co5B says, yes, I understand. I am torn, proud, and terrified. I've already lost my 18-year. He was hit by a car 3 years ago, and husband had heart attack and passed in 2015.
Yeah, I know. See, that would make it very hard. I mean, I can totally understand.
Oxyman says, Angela, I know that pain. Anaku594 says, sorry to hear that, Angela.
Definitely adds a whole nother level of feeling like you want to protect him, for sure.
Angela.Co5B says, thank you guys. Prisoner 207 says, sorry, Angela. Angela.Co5B says, I am going to be listening but driving now. At Hollis6448 says, OMG, I am sorry, Angela, I will pray for you and him.
All right, Angela, drive safe.
Angela.Co5B says, thank you all.
Next stop sign, turn right.
At Angela.Co5B says, still want to see that white horse lol.
Oh, I'd like to stop at the barn and just try to sneak
Stop
into the
sign,
barn.
turn right onto Frederick Street.
No, probably not. You know, I'm torn. I need coffee, but I should probably time my stop and go a little further. Try to stop that rudder. I think the Rudders was after the White Horse.
Angela.Co5B says, Duncan.
Oh yeah, Duncan. Yeah, but see, what I'm thinking is, I might stop at that Rudders because it should be a timing. I should be a good time to Stop for a restroom break and get a coffee.
Paula 6448 says ring the bell on the horse house. Ask them for directions or something.
Yeah, act like I need something. That's a good idea. Or we can make a really long trip out of it, and I'll stop and let air out of the tire. Look like I'm fixing my tire. Maybe they'll offer up the horse. Like if I have to go, oh, I could run out of gas. Well, I'm not going to run out of gas because I just got gas. But if I timed it so that I ran out of gas.
Oxyman says, well, the hours may be a concern.
If I ran out of gas right there at the barn, then maybe they would let me ride the horse to a nearby gas station to get gas.
Angela.co5b says law.
Imagine that. So now we'd strap the Starlink onto the back hip of the horse.
Oxyman says ask them to test drive the mighty stallion.
Yeah, act like I'm interested in buying him. I want to get us next to the horse. This is Hanover, by the way. We're driving through the town of
Paula
Hanover.
6448 says if anyone asks you what you're doing, tell them you gotta see a guy about a horse. No idea what that means, but my dad used to say it.
I know, it is a saying.
Sean White says good morning.
Hey, Sean. Hey, I heard you had a really good day yesterday. It's good. Very productive day.
Oxyman says see a man about a horse meant he was gonna pee. Sean
Really?
White says yesterday was phenomenal.
That
Paula 6448 says good morning, Sean.
what that means? I need to see a man about a horse. Does that really mean you're gonna have to go pee? Really? I think you're joking.
594 says yes. Sean White says and already have a 80.14 catering order at 11 a.m. Hala 6448 says was it Movieman? Moxieman says it means all kinds of things.
I need to go see a man about a horse. Maybe I should start using that. Kind of like it.
Angela.co5b says good morning, Sean. Sean White says maybe it's a horse with no name. Sean White says morning.
That was a good. I haven't thought about that song for a while. The horse with no name.
Paula 6448 says it kinda makes sense. I thought it was just to cut a conversation short.
Well, it would work for that too, right? Oh, we're about to come up on the famous Wiener stand here in Hanover. It's famous for its delicious wieners.
Oxyman says it's just a way to not say exactly what you are gonna do in detail like shish.
Oh, so no matter what it is, right? Oh, look, there's a guy in a car next to me right now, and he thinks I'm talking to myself. the camera so you can see him. He keeps looking over here. Oh, you know why he's looking over here? Because the
Sean
van.
White says it's too early for this thinking stuff. I just woke up. Lol. At Donaku594 says, but most commonly to go to bathroom.
There you go, right there. Straight ahead.
6448 says,
Famous
I
hot
was listening
wieners.
to that another song last night. Caught 2 officers on horses for a short.
Ah, so we're kind of getting the behind the scenes on an upcoming short. Or did you already post it?
Oh, 6448 says I am sorted out of this pump.
Did you go to any May 4th parades? Didn't you say there was going to be a parade about May 4th? May the 4th be with you.
Oh, 6448 says, what's the deal with the hot dog joint?
I think it's just been there forever. So it really is it's,
Oxyman says it was Star Wars Day.
yeah. I know. I was kind of disappointed that John wasn't wearing a Star Wars shirt. He's got to keep us guessing. But I think their hot dogs are really good and very what do I want to say? Like you've got a variety of stuff you can put on your hot dog. I think. I don't know. I haven't been there. I haven't been there for years and years.
AGA Zailu says Jimco S Drive. At Sean White says real question is, do you eat a hot the short or long way? At Moxieman says 2 hot dogs for 11.99 loaded with good stuff.
2 hot dogs for $11 or $12.
594 says today is Cinco de Mayo, so be careful cause people drink.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
At Hollis 6448 says no, but I saw some people dressed up in Times Square on other people's streams. NYC was abuzz with the Nixon Met Gala. At Sean White says I want a hot dog now WTF.
I know. Sometimes I get a craving for a hot dog. What do you like on your hot dog? Like, are you a fully loaded hot dog kind of person?
AGA Zailu says Jimco S Drive. At Moxieman says at 6 a.m.
This is traffic light. Is it? I think we're near the Utz. Potato chips.
Sean White says ketchup, relish, onions, brown mustard, forget the yellow mustard.
Oh, really? I like yellow mustard.
Oxyman says I eat them plain as can be, however lately I've been getting them loaded except hot peppers.
Yeah, they are. I like onions. I mean, I like brown mustard, but I also like yellow. I can be in the mood for yellow mustard.
Sean White says sometimes I put mayo on it.
Oh, that I haven't done. I haven't done mayo. Sometimes chili. Chili dogs are good.
Paula6448 says I used to work on hot dog parts as a kid. Now I can't eat them. At Mopsyman says I've done that years ago, or cream cheese.
Did you really work on one of those carts?
Sean White says, can you change the stomach? I am freaking hungry now, lol.
Yeah, they're the hot dogs are like one of those foods you get a craving for every now and then, and there's nothing similar. You've got to have a hot dog when you do a hot dog. It's like pizza. All right, so we've gone through Hanover. Then we have this. The next little town is the one that has the circle, and I don't know what the name of the town is.
Angela.5B says mayo is good.
I like mayo. I don't think my brother eats mayo anymore. I don't know if he's listening right now, but I think he got food poisoning from
Paula6448 says yes, for several summers. As a kid, I was young, before even high school age.
There's a lot of those carts in New York, that's for sure.
There's construction ahead.
Construction ahead. Heads up, everybody. Construction. Kids are out waiting for the school bus. Coming up on that town where we drive through. It's like a traffic circle in the middle of town. I got to remember the name of the town. When we drive through today, I got to remember what the name of that little town is. I can never remember it.
Paula6448 says, yeah, the guy I worked for had 12 carts and some ice cream tricycles. It was a cool job.
Like, how many hot dogs are in that cart? I always wondered that. Like, all day they've got a cart full of, and it's just like hot water, right? Isn't it just an area that's like a container with hot water in it that all these hot dogs are sitting in? I mean, are there like 100 hot dogs in there? How does that work? I make a lot of money doing that.
Paula 6448 says just hot water. Yeah, he made bank.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, a hot dog and a roll. You buy them in bulk. Doesn't like cost that much. Here's our little town. Our town. What's the name of this town? Abbottstown. Abbottstown? We're 14 miles from Gettysburg. We could be in Gettysburg in no
600
time.
feet at the traffic circle. Continue straight onto North Queen Street. Slide right on Pennsylvania 194 North Queen
It
Street.
was great job as a kid. We hustled on weekends, then had cash for the week. Lol, simple times.
So were you, on the weekends, were you like up near Times Square area? Like, I know weekends in the financial district are pretty quiet, like for working areas. I used to drive to New York once a month. Every month. But I was picking up something in the financial district. So I was like down around Wall Street, and when I would go on weekends, it was very quiet down there. Here we go. I think, is this it? Is this where the big white
Dangerous
horse
says,
was?
"Good morning, Craig."
I think this is the big white horse area, don't you? Look to the right. I think that's where he would be. He's not there right now. Maybe he's coming out later. I think that's where he was. That's where the big white horse was, right there. He's not there right now. There was a road that went back next to that barn, I think. When we come back, I might turn down that road. If we don't see him, if we don't see the big white horse, well, we won't know. On the way back, I think I might turn down that road. Because there isn't any spot for me to pull over on this road.
Paula 6448 says no. All in Brooklyn he had permit for like 5 miles of parks and waterfront area, looks of ball games and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Paula 6448 says, "Good morning, just a cat."
Just a cat. Good morning.
Dangerous says, "Hi, Paula."
We've got another trip to Weavers today.
I am dangerous says, "I've been up for life. Forever on."
You've been up all night? When are you going to sleep? You got to get sleep.
I'm dangerous says, "Yeah." Dangerous says, "I made coffee and everything." At Paula 6448 says, "So is this going to be a Tuesday regular thing now, Craig?"
I don't think so. Yeah, I know. It was last Tuesday. I don't think it will be. I think like last weekend we were extremely busy. I don't, like the teachers, all the donuts we delivered yesterday. I mean, we had a busy weekend to begin with.
Dangerous says we've Tuesdays. Yay.
Oh, is this my brother's? This is my brother's. Oh man, I'm gonna go in. We're gonna go in.
Paula 6448 says, what have you been doing, just a cat? Or just couldn't sleep?
Here we are. We're back in.
At Moxieman says, get those spicy Spanish peanuts. Make the horse run your deliveries.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should get some peanuts while I'm in here, like horse peanuts. Oh, you recognize that ice?
Head toward Locust Street, then turn left onto Locust Street. At the stop sign, turn left onto Locust Street. Then at the next stop sign, you'll turn left.
Okay, pumpkin. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys on in there. Let me see. All right. It's good. The phone is charging up because I think
Paula 6448 says, what are horse peanuts?
I don't know, but don't they eat peanuts? Do horses eat peanuts? What do horses eat? I don't know.
Dangerous says, I got MRIs and blood test.
Did you gain your 7 pounds? Did you ever gain the 7 pounds? I know the last time I asked the doctor, like,
Oxyman says, Three Stooges, they do.
wasn't as the doctor wasn't as concerned about it the last time. All right, I'm going to go in. Let me just make sure I got.
Dangerous says horses love sugar cube too.
Oh yeah, sugar. I don't know. I shouldn't feed the horse. I can't feed the horse. Like now we're getting out of control. Have I got everything I need? Good. Okay. So I won't be able to hear you. You'll be able to hear me, except for any short period of time that I may be. What do I want to call? Looking for a horse. What am I supposed to say? Looking for a man with a horse. I'm looking. Okay, coffee time.
That's our game post. I don't think it's starting Saturday night. I like Saturday. Yeah. See it more.
The rainforest. I'm doing the rainforest again.
But
What do you think? You guys think I should get anything? What kind of, like, would a horse eat a potato chip? What do you think? Wish I could hear your answers. I shouldn't feed the horse. That would be weird. I'm not going to do that.
do you have a fan?
Where is Shauna?
Gotta be over there. Not over here. Unless she's already back around. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
2:53.
Thank you.
Oh no. Her mom's okay. Yes, I'm not sure she was just over here. All right.
Good.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Got a missing employee. There's a missing employee going. That guy with the red vest, the vest. He's walking around looking for his employee. I'm like, where is Sean?
Dangerous says at Hall is 6,448 and I got the other one. They said I might feel like and pee all over. Law.
Guys, I'm gonna throw my own coffee away. Bet you that's Shauna right there. I bet. That's who they were probably looking for. Found Shauna. She's over here. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're not supposed to. Why did that turn on the radio?
Dangerous says it's nice out here, Craig. At Hollis 6448 says Craig wants to feed the world, horses and gas station attendant.
Well, I just thought if we're going to stop, where's my, if we're going to stop and see the horse, he was not there, but I have a feeling if I go back that road, there's a road right next to that
Dangerous
barn.
says he.
All right, let's see if this, I'm going to get this set back up here. Hold on. I forgot when I turn the car off and when I start it back up, it doesn't automatically. Device available. What are you talking about? That device is definitely available. There we go. Do it. Yeah, I got it. Okay, let's get back on the road. We're almost there. We're almost to Weavers of Wellsville. Maybe there'll be a truck there today. That would be exciting. So he's going to get back of ice. Wow, that's pretty good. One arm in it. It's at least a 5. That's probably a 10-pound bag, man. She's good. She's good. All right. Here we go. Let's see the damn thing back there. Back up and hope for the best. You know what I mean?
I'm dangerous says gimme the ice.
All right, here we go.
Paula 6448 says you're right, you can't visit empty-handed, especially if you're going to ring the bell. It's customary to bring something.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Abbottstown Street.
You got it.
Paula 6448 says ice. Ice baby. I am dangerous says bring hard-boiled
Here
eggs.
we go. Here we go. Do horses like hard-boiled egg? I don't have a hard-boiled egg. Is that really a thing for horses? All right, so here's the plan. We'll stop at Weaver's, pick up the supplies,
Dangerous says they do like it.
and and it's probably good for them, protein. And when we come back, well, at Weaver's,
Co 5B says made they're waiting for him.
I think I want to plug the phone in when we get to Weaver's. I'll check the battery. Let me check the battery level when we get to Weaver's.
Co 5B says good morning, just a pop.
Goodness. What is with that rattle? The trays are a little crazy back there. Oh, my goodness. What happened to them?
Dangerous says he good morning, Angela.
Trays were not that loud earlier, were they? Let's see. Trays keep up with their attitude. We might have to put them in the cabin.
Awesome at the goodness says Angela. Good morning, smiley face.
Kendra, good morning. We're on another supply run.
Dangerous says finally hear the trays again. I didn't hear them the last drive. Who?
I know. They were kind of quiet, and all of a sudden they got rambunctious. Another under Weavers. Weavers of Wellsville. I want to check the battery level on the camera, the phone with the camera, just because I didn't fully charge. I mean, I had a decent charge on it, but I was like, oh, it's going to be a short day. And then Jennifer asked if I could do the run to Weavers. And the first thing I thought of was the big white horse. But he wasn't there. He wasn't.
Right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Bermudian Church. So our horse was not in his normal roadside pasture, but he could have been behind the scenes. So I want to. There's a road right there. We're going to ride down that road on the way back. I think it's a public road. Maybe it's just.
Right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Maybe it's just a driveway for the barn. But either way, we're going in. We're going in. Public, private, I don't care.
I am dangerous says, well, if it's private. You know,
We're going to find out. But maybe when we get to Weavers, maybe there'll be some big trucks to look at today. I hope so.
I'm dangerous says NGL. I'm a little scared.
You're a little scared.
Samantha Goodness says, how often do you work out? Craig, you look pretty fit. At Paula 6448 says, there is no such thing as private when you're in a donut van.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I try to work out like 4 days a week with weights.
I'm dangerous says long.
Usually about 4 days a week. And I walk on a treadmill for hours every day. Like I really don't sit down very much. Bend Bridge there.
Samantha Goodness says, nice. Samantha Goodness says, did you play any sports in high school?
No,
At the next stop
not
sign,
really.
take a
Like,
sharp left.
6448 says, beautiful picture and clear sky today.
that's good. I think it might get a.
At the stop sign, take a sharp left onto Davidsburg Road.
This is the sharp left. You know, it's got to be a sharp left if she makes it. Truck. We got this. No, I didn't really play too. I mean, I ran. I did some running and stuff like that, but I didn't play like football or baseball or anything.
Dangerous says, you're really nice out already.
It's supposed to be a really nice day. Like all day is supposed to be sunny. I think they said 80 degrees.
Dangerous says, looks like it's going to be in the 100s.
Whoa!
Go past Red Run Valley Road and turn right onto Crawltown Road.
Now, is yours like a dry heat though? Not that, I mean, 100 degrees is 100 degrees.
Right onto Crawltown Road.
I am dangerous says 80,100 same law.
Look, here's that barn I was showing you before.
Paula6448 says you ran away from the rope challenge.
Good. Yeah, I didn't do the rope. I have this whole thing. I should actually make a video about it. Like, it's very corny. So I'm always afraid. I'm not really afraid, but people will absolutely make fun of what I do. But I use a process where I put stars on a calendar. You know what I mean? Like the old stars that like your teacher used to give you if you did the
Dangerous says rope challenge is easy. Just leg and foot control.
grip. You got to have good grip. I mean, your arms. You do need to have strong arms, but if your grip isn't good, you're not gonna be able to make it.
6448 says everyone did, but we were forced to do the rope. Dangerous says grip doesn't matter as much as foot.
As much as what? There were like 3 or 4 dogs in that person's yard, all running wild. I mean, obviously they're just in their yards. They're not really wild, but they look like they're wild. This gets a little.
Dangerous says that is where you leave yourself up the rope.
Oh, like, are you talking about like what you?
Methodism says no question. I would have failed the rope law. At Hollis 6448 says yes. You had to wrap the rope around your foot.
Yeah. Okay. So as you go up, you just keep hooking your foot further and further up. That makes sense. You know, I never really thought about that.
And Dangerous says yes. I snuck back in room with a rope. Hollis 6448 says you didn't have to do the rope, Kendra.
I remember the rope. I think we had to do the rope. We had to be able to do something with the rope.
Stop sign. Turn right.
Right? It stops.
Stop sign. Turn right onto Wellsville Road.
At Toyo 1973 says good morning, all been lurking in the background while working. We
Hey,
still forgot
Toyo.
horses.
We still got horses. We're on the horse run today. And we maybe see a big truck. Maybe.
And
Yeah.
Dangerous says Toyo. Method Witness says no. I was homeschooled up until 6th grade. Then my sophomore year had to become a homebound student because I kept having medical episodes in school. At Hollis 6448 says I feared the rope climb but mastered it. Now I have good steady grip, no gimbal needed. At Toyo 1973 says hello, just a cat holocrick Kendra.
Oh, that's why you're so good with your. That's why you've got that steady camera grip. You're like the human gimbal.
And Dangerous says it consummate the goodness oh. Ah. At Hollis 6448 says hello, Toyo.
I was practicing with my gimbal yesterday, actually.
Consummate Samantha Goodness says holla the human gimbal lol.
I was going to say the human tripod, but that has other implications. But like, even that one video where you're
Holla 6448 says yes. The rope and the pegboard was good for something. I am dangerous says Edie Craig always playing with the gimbal.
But when you sat in the audience of that one interview with the rap artists, hip hop, I think is what the hip hop artist.
Samantha Goodness says Craig, what's the corny star sticker thing you were starting to tell us about?
Oh yeah, the corny star sticker. So ever since I was, I don't know, in my teens, I think I was like 15, 16-year-old when I started this.
6448 says mine's is coming Friday. I am excited and in fear at the same time.
I have a calendar, and I set aside a calendar, and on that calendar I put a star. Like I have certain color-coded stars for different things that I do. And so like like right now, my goal is to walk 20,000 steps a day. So if I walk 20,000 steps, that's a silver star. If I work out, it's a blue star. If I do something extra, like I do 50 push-ups. Oh look, a bunch of horses. Oh, there's a car behind me. I'll try to make this happen. I can't really slow down too much. But so I have different colors that the stars mean. And the reason that works for me is because I see the calendar is in a spot where I, like it's on the wall in my bedroom. So I see it when I get up, I see it all the time. So if I'm slacking and there aren't any stars on the calendar, then I feel kind of like, it's like a visual reminder constantly of how I'm doing. And it has definitely worked for me. Like, it works for me. I call it my fifth. I call it Fit for Life. That's what I like. What?
feet, continue onto York Street.
But I've done it like
Continue onto York Street, then turn left onto Carlisle.
my
Road,
entire
Main
life.
Street.
I have had periods where I like slacked off and didn't do it. But if I stop doing the calendar for some reason, that's usually because I'm like not working out or.
Stop sign. Turn left onto Carlisle Road, Main Street.
Usually not a good thing if I'm not sticking up.
Samantha Goodness says that's actually pretty cool, especially the visual reminder part.
Yeah. And I do have, like I'll have a period where like if I didn't make my 20,000 steps.
And dangerous says a calendar with you in an apron.
Or suspenders. An apron or suspenders?
Pass North Street and turn right onto Chestnut Street.
I was thinking about putting a video out, like explaining the whole thing, because I think it really is for people who are super visual. Like I'm a very
Right onto
visual
Chestnut
person.
Street. Then you'll take your first left onto North Street.
All right, here we go. This is it. We're at Weaver's. We're at Weaver's, ladies and gentlemen. That old tractor right there.
Turn left onto North
6448
Street.
says, oh,
Then
wow.
your destination will be on the
Just gave
right.
me a flashback of my late sister. She had to watch my brother and me and invented the star system to keep us doing our chores.
That's right. See, that's what I'm talking about.
At Angela.co5G says driving home.
It works. It definitely works.
Head toward Carlisle Road, Main Street. Your destination is on the right.
At Hollow 6448 says you should market it and sell it fresh. I am dangerous says at Hollow 6448.
I actually have a little logo thing.
That would be helpful for many. I have a similar thing with my marker board calendar on the fridge.
Yeah, I
At
think.
Angela.co5B says y'all are cracking me up.
Well, see, stuff on your phone, like if you try to do it with an app on your phone, the trouble is it's not in your face. You know what I mean? Like I've tried that.
Dangerous says Webble Steebles.
Here we go. Hold on. Backing up. I gotta concentrate. This is my 18-wheeler move right here. never know how far back to go. I think that's good. All right. We're at Weaver's Wellsville. Are you guys still on? Everything good? I think it is. All right. I think I'll leave you guys on. I think I'll leave the
Danger
car.
says, I love this guy. He has a pegboard on his chest. It's a good idea sometimes. At Consummate it says all good.
What is
At Hollow
chest?
644 it says it did. My parents were on a cruise. When they returned we exchanged the stars for cash at the penny candy store.
All right.
I am dangerous says y'all are good.
All right. Let me run in there. I'll just leave the van on. Why not? Why not? You guys are going to be very familiar with me. Oh, look, there's a designated smoking area over here. Guys just standing in this little booth, smoking a cigarette. Why wouldn't you stand outside in the sun? Maybe you're not allowed to. Hello. For Tuco's, yeah. I think it's like 5 boxes today. I got a sign in thing here. This pen. Reason for visit. Should say haircut. Delivery, 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 delivery. Pickup. What time it is? It's 7:30 minutes. Let's just say it's 8 o'clock. It's freezing inside this building, by the way. I think it's refrigerated. I know what it's like to be a cucumber. I realized the last time I watched this video, when I was in here last week, I realized it sounds like I'm in the middle of a warehouse, doesn't it? And they start driving these things all over the place. Here it comes. Okay. Maybe I should buy some raspberry filling, just personally, see if they'll sell it to me. I can. A raspberry deal. If the raspberry shortage gets really bad, then I can like, I'll take the big tub of raspberry filling and just like split it up into little containers and sell it for like, tons of money. How you doing?
Back in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's got me there. Huh?
say he's got you.
I think that's my bot. Yeah, he just brought him out. I think he's just getting the paperwork. I want to drive a forklift. There's one sitting right here. I could jump in there real quick and do it. At least then I could cross off my bucket list. I'd probably get in trouble though.
I don't know if it's magic here, but she like that.
You know, I can't see the van from here. Like I keep having this fear that I'm gonna like walk outside and some 18-wheeler is gonna be backed up to the front of my van. I'll be stuck in. No 18-wheelers out there, by the way. These guys in here probably think I'm talking to myself. It's becoming a regular thing, isn't it? Like up here, I'm up here almost every week now. At least it's a good drive.
Yeah.
There's yours. There's mine.
Business is good.
Yeah, it has been. All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Mostly automatic. In fact, many of the electrical ones pretty. UCH stop when you take your foot off the accelerator.
All right, we got our receipt. We got our goods. Okay. Next stop, the big white horse.
Dangerous, says UHHH tanks holla.
All right, here we go.
Paula6448 says I was a forklift operator after my hot dog career.
Were you really? I think it looks like a fun thing to ride around on, personally.
Destination is on the right.
What?
I am dangerous, says Lou. And Angela.co5b says what's really in those boxes, what did we pick up?
It's donut stuff. It's donut stuff. Yeah, I think what happened was we had a busy weekend, and then we had those deliveries.
Paula6448 says, Craig, do you remember the show Welcome Back, Cotter?
Yeah, I do. I do, definitely. Welcome back. All right, are we going? 1 hour. 1 hour. I think we're good, right? Where's that? All right, I'm not. You might. I might.
Angela.co5b says never details, very suspicious law.
It's for the donuts. Remember, like yesterday, we had all the schools. I mean, we have sold a ton of donuts over the past weekend and yesterday. But bear with me 1 second. It might pause the video for a minute while I just check the battery. I want to check the batteries on the phone here real quick. Hold on. If I can. How am I going to do this? That's not doing it. That's not doing it. Oh, can I check the battery? How do we get off this screen? Here we go. All right, we're at 19%, so I'm going to hook up the... Let me do this. Now, you know how when John powers his phone up, the audio kind of breaks up or just becomes a little less loud?
Paula6448 says sometimes I think you are Mr. Cotter, and we are the sweat hogs.
The sweat hogs. That is a pretty crazy, like, where'd they come up with that name? All right, bear with me a second, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug the phone in so I can, because I don't want this battery to die on us. We should be good if I just put...
Paula6448 says because we tease you a lot. Thought we got ya on the spot.
That's a good point. All right. Okay. All right, our battery is charging now. So I don't know if that's going to have an effect on the audio, but you may have to turn up the audio a little bit. I know when John charges through...
Paula6448 says welcome back. Welcome back.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
At Paula6448 says welcome back. Welcome back.
Did you type that twice, or did she just read it twice? All right, here we go. We're good to go now.
Onto Carlisle Road, Main Street.
They're those kids again, man. We're getting to know everybody in these neighborhoods. They're the ones that are waiting for the school bus.
Paula6448 says no effect. But maybe because he has to unplug a wireless mic.
Oh. Well, that's weird. Huh. Anyway, well, I'm good. That's good.
Next
Go ahead.
stop sign, turn right.
So as long as we can get the
At the
phone.
stop sign, turn right onto York Street.
All right, here we go. On our way back. No, I definitely think that driving a forklift looks like fun.
Paula 6448 says, do you plug in your mic? Or is it an app?
No, my mic is, I do have it plugged in, but it has a plug on the side of the little unit that plugs in, right? So you plug in the receiver on the phone, but the receiver on the phone has another
Next
outlet,
slight right to stay on Wellsville Road.
so you can charge it through that outlet while you're using the receiver if you need to. And I thought that's what John did. But maybe it is a different
Slight right
phone.
to stay on Wellsville Road.
Right. So we're going to go straight. It's really, I don't know why she always says like right.
Paula 6448 says, I drove a bunch of stuff, mostly big vehicles like trucks, buses, and tow trucks.
You know what I drove once? I once drove.
Angela.code5B says, made it home.
Ah, very good. Welcome home, Angela. The most interesting thing I ever drove was I drove train on the boardwalk at Ocean City, Maryland for 2 summers. Greatest job in the world. It was the most fun I've.
Paula 6448 says, but also is forklift qualified.
Oh, do you have to be trained? I guess you do. You could probably do quite a bit of damage with a forklift if you didn't know what you were doing. Oh, we got an animal on the road. I'm going to straddle it. We're going to straddle this time.
Angela.code5B says, my son drives something called a Taylor. Don't know if I spelled that right, and also a forklift.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Angela.code5B says, my son.
That's right. I remember you said he drove a. What's the other thing? I know you said he drove a forklift. That's pretty cool. What is the other thing?
Paula 6448 says, nice. You should have seen all the cars on the OC boardwalk.
Was that the Ocean City, Maryland thing you were talking about?
Next stop sign, turn left. Stop sign, turn left onto Crawltown
At
Road.
Paula 6448 says, yep. I think I have to next year. At Angela.code5B says, a Taylor, it picks up the poles.
Oh, okay. Okay. A Taylor.
Paula 6448 says oh, it picks them up and rotates them if I am correct. Paula 6448 says all my tears it loses my shirts when I drop them off.
Yeah, that's what I thought of when I first thought of it, when I first heard it.
Angela.Co5D says they load and unload off the 18-wheelers.
Whoa, here comes a big thing. It's a little scary. It looked like a person with his arms up. Like, what?
Angela.Co5D says the big poles on the highway they dip them in zinc to turn them silver.
There's a big farming equipment area there.
Next stop sign, turn left. Stop sign, turn left onto Davidsburg Road.
At Angela.Co5D says that what he does.
See, that's a good kind of job to have right now, especially with all this people worried about AI. And I mean, I can only imagine the jobs I always did in the office were definitely something you could
Paula
do in
6448
AI.
says love stuff like that. It's things like that. We don't think of, we just take it for granted.
I know.
Go past Red Run Church Road and take a sharp right onto Bermudian Church Road.
I know, that's very true. That is Red Run.
Sharp right onto Bermudian Church Road.
Look, we got goats. Right? Goats. Hang on, let me see if I can. I don't think I have a car behind me.
Attack you.
Are you back now? I think I hit a button. Are you back? About that. I was trying to pick up the phone to show you a goat, but I couldn't move the phone fast enough because it's plugged in. And then a car came up behind me. I think
Angela dot dash co 5B says back.
okay, good. The YouTube broadcasting app is very touchy.
Really pushing our buttons.
I was. Like if you have anything on your screen on top of the YouTube video, it doesn't show the video. It's a very weird app.
Co 5B says holalol.
I wish YouTube would make their app work like other broadcasting apps. You know, you can kind of put it in the background if you need to use your phone for some other reason. And it still works.
Paula 6448 says I thought you went to see a man about a goat.
I need to see a man about a horse.
Angela dot dash co 5B says roll call, who's still here.
I'm still here. Silence fell across the room.
Next stop sign, turn left.
GPS lady is still here.
Stop sign, turn left onto Pennsylvania 194 South.
It is kind of
Angela
interesting.
dot dash co 5B says you better be your driving is law.
It is funny how YouTube's app doesn't let you see who's in the room, but I guess it becomes a little out of control when you have thousands of people in some of those podcasts and stuff.
And Angela dot dash co 5B says just a cat. Angela dot dash co 5B says Moxie. At Hollis 6448 says YouTube embraces lurkers.
Yes, they do. They do. Yeah, they definitely, which is good. They kind of guard your privacy. I guess that's a good thing.
Hollis 6448 says but I've done it where I am playing something in the background or while driving.
Well, you know, I think if you, or I noticed the other day that like if you're watching a YouTube clip, and let's say you're on your computer, and then you put another screen over top of it, or you you have multiple pages on your browser and you flip to another page for a second, even though you're still listening to the video playing, it doesn't.
People.-co5b says yes, call a me too or fall asleep to it.
It doesn't count like you're watching it. So unless, I think that's the way it works, because I've noticed. Have you ever noticed that like you think you've watched the whole video, but maybe the last part of it might not have been the top screen, so you weren't watching it, you were just listening to it. And if you go back, you know the little red line that tells you whether you watched it or not? It'll stop where you stopped watching it. Even though you listened to the whole thing, if you put another screen over top of it and you're not watching it, you don't get, like YouTube doesn't assume that you watched it, I think. Does that make sense? I don't know if I said that right.
6448 says yes, I've done, but that by accident had multiple playing at the same time.
But it doesn't like look like YouTube doesn't know you're watching them all. They just think you're watching the one that's on top. I believe. So, and I never really thought about it before until I started thinking, I wonder if the person who you're watching is getting the viewing hour, right? Like, let's say you watch a video for an hour.
Paula 6448 says really? I've never noticed that with the red lines.
Yeah, it's that, and I also wonder if the person that's watching or being watched, the channel that you're watching, I wonder if they're getting the viewing time if it's not the screen, the active screen of your computer. All right, we're getting. I think we're getting close to the big white horse, right? It's not too far.
Paula 6448 says I was told they do, but I never did it intentionally. It gives me a headache with multiple voices.
Yeah, that's true too. That's the confusing part. I always have to like turn one of the audios either way down or off. Like I was trying to watch John and Susan last night, and I turned John's down so I could hear what Susan was saying. But it is very confusing. It is.
Dangerous says have to refresh. They don't get the whole viewing time till you finish that tab.
Oh, is that true? Is that true? Wow.
Paula 6448 says if you muted, I was told they don't get the hours.
Oh, really? Wow, I didn't realize that either. Well, fortunately, I usually don't mute. We're coming up on the white horse barn.
People.-co5b says what do you mean?
I think the white horse is on the other side of this silo. And there is a road that goes back there. Here we go.
People.-co5b says the tab. I am dangerous says I play you bid 2xs. But if I get on another tab on the first one, I have to finish the first one.
This is where the big white horse is.
At Hala6448 says yes. YouTube knows. They watch us watch them.
Continue on Protectory Road for 3/4 of a mile.
Went live.
I saw a horse, but it wasn't the big white horse. We got some cows. Beaver Creek. All right, I have no idea where we're going now. Really, I just wanted to see if the horse was there. Oh, look, there's an
And dangerous says where.
there's an old Corvette. I want to turn
And
off.
dangerous says I don't see anything.
Let's go. Hang on. There's some goats. Hold on. We got a
And dangerous says we're going too fast.
we've got a
Hala6448 says they also say if you watch 2XS they only get half the view hours.
yeah, I heard that
At
too.
Angela.co5b says just a cat you're back.
All right, folks. All right, here we go. So now we're going to go back toward the road, but I got animals to look at here. We got animals. I'm going to unplug you for a second so I can take the phone.
And dangerous says yes Hala.
It's a low battery. We got a low battery warning. I got a low battery warning.
And dangerous says been here Angela. I listen mostly.
All right, here we go. Here's some goats. Are they goats or sheep? They're sheep, right? That's sheep. I'm sorry. We got sheep.
Hala6448 says Craig is just joyriding. He is feather bedding.
We got some meat. I love animals. Little sheep. Bah! Bah! Oh, look, he looked at me. Bah! Oh, look, they're coming over to me. It's not an electric fence. No, don't try
And
to do.
dangerous says they're eating.
Look, he's trying to get to me. Bah!
Hala6448 says will you be able to sleep later today just a cat. At Consummate Goodness says ha ha ha.
Here we go.
I am dangerous says Craig. Don't scare them.
Well, it sounded louder to you than it did to them. It wasn't that. Look, there's an old Corvette. Classic car. All right. Now, before we get up to the road,
Angela.co5b says oh okay just a cat.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
so this is Beaver Creek right here. Beaver Creek, the famous Beaver Creek. Try to get the guardrail out of the picture. A few cows sleeping. But what we really came for is the
Dangerous
horse.
says at Hala 6448 nope I have 1000 milligrams of prednisone in me lol. At Angela.co5b says so cute.
This is where the big white horse lives.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Pennsylvania 194 South.
Oh,
I am dangerous says cutie cows.
I think it's
At
him.
Hala6448 says man in donut truck causes multiple sheep electrocution. I can see the local headline.
Look, it's the big white horse, everybody. Hey, what's going on? Oh, look, he heard me. What's up? Hi, guys. They're not impressed. It's pretty cool, though.
Dangerous says he biggie horsey.
That was the big horse. I think it was. His feet don't look as hairy today. The one in the back does, though. Look. See the one in the back?
Hala6448 says damn, that is a big white horse.
Look. It's a little fluffy there.
I am dangerous says lol Craig.
Not as fluffy as I thought, but it is fluffy. All right, so there's our big white horse. I might have to use that. That might have to be my thumbnail right there. Look at how big he is compared to that other one. His head is like twice as big as the closest horse. All right, let's plug you in.
Awesome. The goodness says Craig. Ha ha ha. Oh my goodness. I am dangerous says huge horsey.
All right.
At Hollis 6448 says get out and do a vertical short
Oh, this
next to
car's
the
trying to get
hoses.
past
At Consummate the goodness says awesome horse.
me. That woman was probably pissed off. I don't care. Okay. She's like, what is this goofball doing? Hasn't he ever seen a horse before? I'm sure that came out of her mouth just a second ago. And you know what? My answer is no. Not a horse that big.
I'm dangerous says that was fun.
I can't tell.
At Angela.co5b says finally the horse.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Hang on, everybody.
Hollis 6448 says that horse is almost as big as the house. Do a
It
vertical
was. It was, right? Exactly. That was a big, big horse.
Angela.co5b says I took a screenshot.
Yeah, that was worth the trip. That was definitely worth the trip back to that road. Saw a few animals.
Hollis 6448 says I am sorry I ever doubted you.
That's all right. It was, I mean, in all honesty, it was a very quick shot. Like for that video that I made, that's all you could see was that split second when you go by.
I'm dangerous says I believe you all the time, Craig.
Thank you, Angela.
Hollis 6448 says that's the biggest horse I've seen today.
It's got to be in that family of Clydesdale or whatever they said. I did look it up. What do they call it? A draft horse. I think that was the type of horse that was considered a draft horse.
600 feet at the traffic circle, take the third exit onto South Queen Street.
It's a very busy traffic circle. This is Abbottstown. Mother's Day reservations at the Grill and Pub here in Abbottstown.
Angela.co5b says Craig Holla just a cat. Have a great baby blessed just a cat. Hope you get some sleep. I am gonna go see Sean for a bit before my catering order.
All right. Have a good day. Thanks for hanging out.
Samantha Goodness says oh my gosh, I totally forgot about Mother's Day. I am dangerous says okay same to you Angela. At Angela.co5b says see you in the morning.
All right,
I am
Angela.
dangerous
Have a
says
good
thank
day.
you. Angela.-co5b says you're welcome.
Yeah, I remember like looking at the calendar a couple months ago and thinking, oh, okay, Mother's Day is middle of May. But it did kind of sneak up on us. I was never so aware of holidays until I started working at the bakery. Like as somebody working in an office, you know, obviously you knew about Christmas and the big ones. But even the ones that move around, like Easter.
Oh, 6448 says, but to be totally honest, was also questioner 68 Ford Galaxy 500. I spoke to the president of a Ford club. He gave me one lead, but doubts there will be any at the upcoming All Ford show.
Really? You know, it was probably, at the time, it wasn't really a, you know,
Angela.-co5b says, Craig, where are you at again?
Where am I? I am in Pennsylvania, and we just went through Abbott's
Paula 6448 says, take care, Angela.
Headed toward Hanover, Pennsylvania. So we went up and picked up some supplies at Weaver's in Wellsville. And now we're headed back.
Paula 6448 says, I remember the car. Just haven't seen one in years.
Yeah, it was like a standard kind of like family car, I think.
Cut out on my end, say again.
Well, where? What cut out? Where I am? Like I'm in Pennsylvania right now. Probably a little bit northeast of Hanover, Pennsylvania. So we're going to go through Hanover and then head south down to back to the bakery. Probably, I guess we're maybe a half an hour. Half an hour until we get back to the bakery, maybe. Oh, wait a minute, I should know. I can tell. We are, 32 minutes. 32 minutes, according to our GPS lady. It's kind of a neat view because you're coming over to the top of the hill.
At Angela.-co5b says Pennsylvania.
Yes, Pennsylvania. Kind of southern Pennsylvania. Middle.
Paula 6448 says it's about half an hour if you don't stop to see a man about a horse.
That's true. That's true. Welcome to Hanover. Oh, this must be the Hanover city line. It's right here. Building on the left is the Utz Broadway plant, whatever that means. Is that road Broadway? I don't think it is.
Paula 6448 says, will you still have work to do at the bakery when you get back, or are you done?
No, today I'm done. Today I'm done. So I still have more yard work I need to get done. I think it's going to be cloudy, and it might be a little. We might be getting showers, a little rainy tomorrow. So I think I'm going to try to finish up what I need to in the yard today, because it's going to be really nice. 80, sunny.
Paula 6448 says Utz is in the snack company.
Utz, yeah, Utz, the potato chips. It's probably the biggest plant in Hanover, I would say. When we're on the highway in the morning, like when we're going down the highway toward Lenny's, we're way ahead of the Utz trucks. But that used to be the route I would take to go to work, and
Paula 6448
like
says
6:30,
yes. Nice here today and rain most of day tomorrow here also.
around 6:30, it's just you're going to see like at least 3 or 4 of those Utz delivery trucks driving down 795 almost every day. It's like a regular thing. But yeah, so today's the day to get outside. I mean, it's going to be nice again afterwards, but if you got anything you want to get done. Today is the day. I hope tomorrow, I don't know when it's going to start raining. I hope tomorrow it's later so that it's not raining while I'm on the deliveries tomorrow morning. I don't remember when it said that it was going to start.
Paula 6448 says one of my brothers used to work at Utz. Didn't last long.
Oh, was he in Pennsylvania? I don't know what the fuck is that? I like Utz. I think Utz are probably just because
Next light, turn left.
they're local. But I do like Utz potato chips.
Dangerous says that's so pricey. At Paula 6448 says no. He was loading
At the
delivery
light, turn
trucks
left
and
onto Carlisle Street.
What's pricey?
Dangerous says Utz is expensive. I like the barrel chips. Green beans, yams, chips. Apollo
Utz are
6448 says I don't eat chips or pretzels in general, very rarely.
Yeah, I actually don't eat chips very often. I eat pretzels a lot. I like pretzels. I don't know why. My favorite pretzels are the kind that are like just little flat chip type things. So they're not really pretzels, but they taste like pretzels. I think they're made by Snack Factory, maybe is the name of the company. But I would eat like chips, like a tortilla chip over a pretzel. I mean, over a
Dangerous says same. But
over
I
a
love the
potato
green
chip.
bean snack chips.
Like chips and salsa, that kind of chip. I like that.
Awesome Goodness says I'm off to teach another things. I'm sure I'll be seeing you guys around throughout the day long.
All right, Kendra. I'll see you around. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good day.
Apollo 6448 says I've never seen them, just a cat.
I've never seen those flavors.
Dangerous says see ya Kendra. Have a good day. At Hollis 6448 says take care Kendra. Dangerous says they're at Trader Joe's.
Ah,
Dangerous says yams chips.
oh, so they're not regular potatoes. That would probably be good. They sound good. That sounds good. I didn't think about the yam chip. I love sweet potatoes.
Hollis 6448 says I've only been to Trader Joe's once or twice. I am Dangerous says Better Goods green bean chips from Target.
I like sweet potato fries too. The gas up here is a little cheaper than Maryland.
Dangerous says yeah those are good.
Chicken. That's a clever name. The restaurant's name is Slim Chickens.
Hollis 6448 says I was in Whole Foods last week for like the second time in my life. Had to do Amazon return.
Oh, I used to go. There was a Whole Foods in downtown Baltimore, a few blocks away from one of my office buildings one time, and I went there a few times. But man, that place is really expensive. Trader Joe's is actually a little bit more expensive as well. Not as expensive as Whole Foods. But they just have the brands that are a little bit more expensive.
Dangerous says I like their sandwiches. It's huge and I like the eggplant spread at Whole Foods.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's stuff like that. It's good.
Paula6448 says this one was pretty nice with indoor and outdoor roof seating and nice views.
They do have a lot of really good prepared food like that.
Dangerous says yeah. And their sandwiches are 2 meals.
See, that's pretty good. You have to consider that. You know, like sometimes you look at the sandwich and it looks like it's really expensive. But if you're going to turn it into 2 meals. Still think one of the cheapest meals for me are those rotisserie chickens you can buy at BJ's and stuff. I think Costco's, I think they all do it, but it's like $4.99 for a rotisserie chicken. And from what I understand, it's like their anchor, right? They're trying to get people in to buy them, and then you'll spend a whole lot of other money on other things. So I try to go in and stick to what I really need, but I will definitely pick up one of those chickens. And that can last me like 2 or 3 meals. And that's including giving a good bit of it to AJ. He loves when I walk through the door with one of those.
Paula6448 says yes, like prepared foods, a counter where you could order and a buffet pay by the pound. Dangerous says we don't have BJS. We have that packing at Costco. I Am Dangerous says Bogey loves it too. At Paula6448 says I stopped buying the chicken at Costco.
Why? Why'd you stop? Is there something we don't know? Do they still have Sam's Club? We used to have, they're kind of like, they were in that category, but all the Sam's Clubs anywhere near me have all closed up. I didn't know if that was across the nation or just here.
Paula6448 says first problem was I would rip into it on the way home. It smelled so damn good.
Oh yeah, it does. It does. That's true. I have to admit, I have ripped into it on the way home.
Dangerous says lol holla.
because I can tell you when you rip into it and then you try to like
Caller
pull.
6448 says second is the salt content.
Yeah, that's true. I've ripped into it, and then it's kind of a pain because you want to just kind of like tear a leg off and eat the leg, but they've got the legs tied, so you gotta reach in, you gotta untie the legs if you want to pull a leg off. It's not easy. It's not easy.
M Dangerous says yes. I see my feet blow up after a bite. Lol. Caller 6448 says I would end up with a chicken greasy steering wheel.
All of a sudden, you can't turn the wheel because your hands are just slipping.
M Dangerous says lol.
That's when you. I know that feeling. That's when if your hands are greasy, you have to like steer the wheel by anchoring your finger in the corner of one of the parts that comes out from the center. That's when you wish you had one of those wheels. You know that thing that people would put on their steering wheel and you could kind of like grab it and it would.
Caller 6448 says it's not easy, but there is a technique to freeing up the legs.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that'll work. We're in Maryland. She's gonna tell us any second.
M Dangerous says have to use your top knee for the steering wheel.
What is that thing called that people would put on their steering wheel? It was like a knob. You know what I mean? And you could.
Caller 6448 says yes or use the palm steering method.
Pumps.
M Dangerous says what lol.
I don't think they're legal. Thing I'm talking about.
Caller 6448 says the spiner. I have them on some of my cars.
I mean, they look kind of convenient.
Caller 6448 says they are on forklifts.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
M Dangerous says does it look like a doorknob?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it would be bad if you were in an accident.
M Dangerous says lol.
You'd have this giant doorknob thing stuck in your chest. That probably would be good. Maybe that's why they're illegal.
Caller 6448 says no. I was just going to say I think they are illegal. Caller 6448 says spinners.
Spinners.
And dangerous says light on the wheels. Spinners.
Yeah. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
Plus 6448 says well also because you tend to only use one hand to steer, not the recommended two hands.
That's true. But I would say that 95% of the time that I drive, I probably only use one hand. Like most of the time, my hand is rested at the bottom right corner of the steering. Or maybe on top. But I don't typically drive very much with both hands on the wheel. Probably not a good thing to admit, but I don't think I do. Ever. Like I'm doing it right now, and it feels weird.
Dangerous says I thought it was only one hand and the other to shill.
Like I'm doing it now. I got both hands on the wheel. Feels good, but it feels weird. Slow through Manchester.
Plus 6448 says good for backing up, though when we used to have look over our shoulder when backing up.
Oh yeah, you can turn the wheel better. It's true.
And dangerous says I never looked.
Well, now everybody's. Do you have a camera?
And dangerous says anywhere.
Oh, you don't look anywhere. You just hit the gas pedal and hope for the best. Well, that's the weird thing about this van is that you can't see at the
6448
back.
says one hand on the wheel, the other one on I don't remember, whatever. I am dangerous says not even the camera.
You don't even look at the camera. You just back it up.
I am dangerous as I pray to sweet baby Jesus.
Well, I think that you are you're living up to your name. I am dangerous. It wouldn't be good to walk behind you as you are leaving parking lot.
All 6448 says stop when you hear the crunch. Dangerous says or a scream.
We're almost back. So it is almost. It's 9:30. It's about right. We leave 6.
Paula 6448 says I am sure you're an excellent driver, just a cat. I'm dangerous, says super driver. Thanks, Paula. At Paula 6448 says nice, almost 4 hours.
Yeah, this is a nice long ride. It's nice when the weather's good. Three and a half hours. We could have been to the beach by now. Here we go. There's our shopping center on the
Paula
right.
6448 says it truly is a part-time job.
At the light, turn right onto Broadbeck
I
Road.
am
Then
dangerous,
you'll take
says
your
let's
first
go,
right
whoa,
into the
whoa,
parking
whoa,
lot.
whoa.
Let's go. We will do that. We will do that one of these days.
Right into the parking lot. Then your destination will be on the left.
Yeah, we got to go to the back.
Your destination is on the left.
We got to go to the unloading zone. All right. All righty. Turn that off. Where's it
Paula
coming?
6448 says, oh, you still gotta unload the goods.
I do. But let me end the stream. There we go. Look, I was afraid you were going to see this cord. See the cord? Well, that's good. We made it.
6448 says it's definitely a 4-hour day.
It is a 4-hour day. Worked out pretty good.
I'm dangerous, says new view.
It's the backside. The backside. Look, there's our, like when I leave the store. Oh, when I go to Walmart, that's the Walmart right there. So we're literally, I could walk over to
I'm
Walmart.
dangerous, says no wall or garbage.
No, not bad. It's pretty open. Open spaces here at the bakery. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me. That was fun. We got to see the big white horse up close and personal.
582 says, what's going on here?
John!
Dangerous says, let's walk to Walmart.
We can't
At Paula 6448 says, take care, everyone.
I got to unload.
Dangerous says, peace.
John. That was John, right? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we just got back. We had a long ride today. We had to go pick up some supplies. We got to see the big white horse up close and personal.
I'm dangerous
So we
says,
had a
why?
Good ride.
How come?
Why? How come? How come what? All right, folks. I got to turn this off so I can unload my van. But it was fun. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Yeah, you have to check out. It would have been about 45 minutes ago, we were at the White Horse. All right, guys. I will see you later. Have a great day, everybody.
Living Daily 582 says he'll have to replay. At